Hey guys, welcome to the second video where we open a series of Hololive trial decks. This will actually be the first time we open each of the trial decks. We've already been over Gen 0 together, and Ian will also be joining me for Gen 1.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I think that, Fubuki's in there, and I know Hachama, but the other ones kind of escape me right now. Pretty much the same as in Gen 0, right? No one you actually know.
I'm consistently knowledgeable.
With this deck again, we pretty much have no clue what's in there. Actually, I think the level 3 Hachama that explodes the whole board is in this one.
That sounds really cool, actually.
I think that card is included here, which is a really cool card.
I kind of wonder if they added a lot of flavor in the cards here.
Yeah, people that are more familiar with Hololive would know better, I'd say. Sadly, I think most of that will fly over our heads.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's head right in. So I think we'll say this for every Hololive opening, but the deck always starts off with one event that has the whole generation on it. In this case, we have a level 1 green event that puts the top 2 cards of your deck into the waiting room, and then you can choose up to one level X or lower Hololive character and return it to your hand, X being equal to the total level of the cards put into the waiting room. So pretty much the cigarettes profile for people that are familiar with it.
Yeah, which is always a pretty good profile. Has pretty decent selectivity.
Yeah.
Helps you with milling.
Yeah, and we've seen in the last one that there actually were a lot of ways of grabbing the event, so I assume it'll be the same for this one.
Yeah, if that's so, then it'll be great, actually.
Towards the southern island Akai Hato. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, choose one of your characters and that character gets plus 2500 power. So, was it... in Gen 0 we saw a card that pumped 2k. This one just straight up does it better, plus 2500.
Yeah, but she's weaker, so it balances out.
She's a lot weaker, yeah, in
but
return.
I think she can target itself, or no? Yeah, she can target herself, so she's not actually weaker in that sense.
Yeah, so not bad. That's pretty good. So we have another bonder, as with Gen 0. This time it's Cunning, Yozo Ramel, which allows you to put one climax from your hand and into your waiting room when this card is placed on stage. And then you may choose one Hololive character and add it to hand. So unlike the other one, this one doesn't allow you to grab the event.
Unlucky.
Unlike the Miko we just opened. But this one does have a second ability of bonding to either Dinosaur Pose Natsuhiro Matsuri and Summer Vacation Akai Hato. Neither of which we've seen yet. So we'll have to keep an eye out for those. Each of these cards will be either 1 copy or 3 copies, and then at the end there's always an extra copy of which one can be a foil. But yeah, going further, we have Enthusiastic Summer Natsuhiro Matsuri. This card is really nice looking. Almost all the Hololive cards are either screenshots of like clips they did, and then you also have this very nice commissioned art. I'm not sure if this is commissioned or just existing art, but it looks really good. I think these cards are really nice to have in a trial deck.
I think usually they also make like SP versions of the cards that have the prettier art, right?
Oh, that might actually be the case, yeah. But yeah, so when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may put the top 3 cards of your deck into your waiting room, so it's just a mill. And then when this card becomes reversed, if the card's battle opponent's level 0 or lower, you may put that card into your opponent's stock. If you do, put the bottom card of your opponent's stock into their waiting room. So just a stock bomb that has some extra mill. Nothing too special, I'd say, but pretty decent overall. And actually pretty good against this next card, which if your stock has 2 or less cards, this card gets plus 1500 power, which is just pretty regular oversized. That's very playable, I'd say. 4 copies of that in this deck. Then we have a level 1 Bite with a heart, Yozo Ramel. When this card attacks, if you have 2 or more other Hololive characters, this card gets plus 2k power until end of turn. So yeah, just an oversized 7k, not bad. It's like an assassin, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's just a solid assassin.
Not a bad card. Just pretty decent as an attacker. So this is one of the bond targets. I have no clue what's going on here, but I think the flavor text just says enough. Guess they're pretending to be dinosaurs. Dinosaur Pose, Natsuhiro Matsuri. But yeah, just a vanilla, nothing too special. Only 1 copy. Ooh, this card looks pretty.
Yeah.
So this is the Summer with You, Yozo Ramel. When you use this card's backup, it's a backup for 2k. And then when you use it, you can flip the top card of your deck. If that card's a Hololive character, you can add it to hand and then discard 1 card from your hand. So pretty common as well. Pretty good effect. Gets you to your next climax for a cancel. and just allows you to like ditch a climax, pay out the climax while also fixing your hand, right?
The boomers among us will know it as the board encounter.
The board encounter, yeah. So then we have the strongest greeting, Natsuhiro Matsuri. During your turn, this gets +1k for each of your other Hololive characters. And then when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if there's a climax in your climax area, you may choose one Hololive character from your waiting room and put it into your stock. That's pretty cool, actually. Usually, like on reverse, stocking is blind, so meaning it comes from the top of your deck. But this one actually allows you to choose from waiting room. But I guess that's because it's a 2-1.
Oh, if it's a climax, on a climax combo.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, so it's on a climax combo.
That's
Actually pretty decent in getting like enough stock for specific top ends.
how strong does it reach? 11k?
11k,
then
it
a
pretty
climax.
much refunds itself.
That's okay.
So then we have Summerification Akai Hato, which is one of the targets.
It's 10-5.
This is the card I was talking about. And this one is pretty well known, I'd say. So during the turn that this card is placed on stage from your hand, or at the beginning of your attack phase, you may put all players' characters except this card into their waiting room, so pretty much a full board wipe. And then if you do, this card gets the following ability until end of turn, which is when this card's damage is cancelled, you may deal 3 damage to your opponent.
It sounds ridiculously broken.
It sounds pretty solid, I'd say. Yeah. So
What?
it's a free full board wipe, and she also gains cancel burn. So you do only attack once, but you're pretty much guaranteed to stick that 3, right? Either the direct or the burn 3 on cancel. And then she also has pay 2, discard 2, deal 2 on attack, which means that the whole issue of only attacking once doesn't matter since you still get another instance.
And the cancel burn also carries through on the burn too, right?
Yeah, exactly. If they don't cancel that, you still have it for the direct attack. Only 1 copy, so that means 2 in total. I don't think you'd run this too often,
Yeah,
though.
usually
But
not.
it's really cool to have. Okay, then we have the strongest greeting, Aki Rose, which is just a 500 assist, and also has pay 1, discard a climax, salvage a character, which is not too bad to have.
There's also the strongest greeting, Natsuhiro Matsuri here. Do they connect?
Maybe on this side? Not really.
Too bad.
Maybe there's another one that has to be
between.
included, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this art is also amazing. So there's Fubuki, Overwhelming Curiosity Shirakami Fubuki.
You can see this being an emote or something.
I mean, it looks like it's straight up ripped from Twitch or something.
Yeah.
So if you have 2 or more other Hololive characters, all your other splashing water... Oh, so this is the brainstorm actually, I didn't even notice. So once again, this card has 1k pumps to 2 specific cards. One being the climax combo usually, and the other being a level 3 or level 2. And we haven't seen either of those yet, so...
Oh.
And then it's just a brainstorm for 5, draw for each climax hit. So yeah, 3 copies of the brainstorm, 4 in total when we get to the end. Then we have the Cruel Truth Aki Rose. Oh, this card I actually know. So pay 1, put a Hololive character from your waiting room at the bottom of your clock. And this card is put into your waiting room from stage. You may pay the cost if you do choose one Hololive character in your waiting room and return to hand.
So it's an on-death salvage Riki?
Yeah, so, but instead of clocking from top deck, she clocks from your waiting room, and she can actually target herself, I think, because at that point she is in the waiting room. So here's the level 1 climax combo, Splashing Water Shirakami Fubuki, with some amazing art as well.
Doesn't the brainstorm pump that?
Yeah, so this is one of the targets for the brainstorm. Here, you can read. During your turn, if all of your characters are Hololive, this card gets +2k power, so she's 6/5 pre other boosts, which is pretty solid. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if Fox of Possibilities in your climax area, and you have another Hololive character, you may pay the cost, which is discard 1. If you do, you can choose 2 Hololive characters in your waiting room and return them to your hand.
On reverse, discard 1, salvage 2, basically.
But yeah, it's pretty okay.
I feel like salvaging 2 and discarding 1 has like less value or something. I feel like after the first salvage 2, you already have most of the targets that you would want.
One of the things I do like about this is if your hand is really solid already, you can just discard and then add whatever you discarded for the cost.
You
So
just
it's,
add the same card.
so it's still solid for the +1 and like the 1 grab.
Yeah, I mean, it's always better than just salvaging 1. So
4 copies in total. I'm really curious what's happening here. But okay, so we have the 2-1 Dinosaur Pose Shirakami Fubuki, which if your level is 2 or higher, this card gets the following ability: pay 2, rest this, and I think the Brainstorm? Yeah, the Brainstorm chooses up to one of your Summerification Akai Hato, which is this, and put it on any position of your stage. So you get to early play this from level 2.
Okay.
But then,
What?
But then this is also
This
a
is
level
blown-
assist that gets blown up. Oh, okay, but this is optional though.
Yeah.
So you always have the threat of using it, but this puts it from hand, right? Yeah, okay, so the ability is actually usable. That's really interesting, having this as the target though. Oh,
That's so weird.
I'll put this. I actually kind of want to put this underneath this one. Or like this. Nice. Okay, so this card is really pretty looking. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may put the top card of your clock into your winning room. Do I have an extra copy of this for you? No. Climax combo. I assume it will be a bar, but who knows. Pay 2, put 1 card from your hand into your winning room. When this card attacks, if look only at me is in your climax area, you may pay the cost. If you do, deal 4 damage to your opponent, and this card gets plus 1k power until end of turn.
It's last shot.
It actually is. This whole deck has some SEO vibes, I'd say,
Yeah.
with a Yuki combo, a last shot combo.
And the bar.
Okay,
The
so
climax art is also sick.
this one is for her, so we haven't seen her climax yet. Could this be 8 bar? Is this deck 8 bar?
It seems like a bad deck for 8 bar, to be honest. I feel like I haven't seen enough Discord outlets, but
It actually is 8
8 bar.
bar. Okay, I really like this art though. This art's really nice. Doesn't really match the level 1 art, but actually it's really pretty. She has like a throne or something. Okay, so this is where the possible foils are. We have another Hato, the Yozora Mill, Hachama cooking. I heard a lot of her cooking, and I don't think her cooking was legit. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Another dinosaur. We can make another one actually. Let's hope none of these are foils, otherwise
so-
it's ruined.
do you think this... Wait,
Wait, that's actually Suisei, right?
I think it is.
That could be
Wait,
the
wait.
dinosaur hunting one. I will check after.
Okay.
So the strongest greeting, again, bringing it to 4 copies.
We're also still missing the one in between, right?
We also, yeah, I don't think there is one for that.
Sad.
Then the Mel, the Fubuki. This one would have been cool as foil, but oh well.
Oh?
Oh!
Oh?
No! The dinosaur! We skipped ahead a bit, but it's good. Okay, I'm glad it's this one and not that one, since otherwise this one would have been covered.
Oh, right, yeah.
But that's kind of cool. Okay, so we have the Mel, the
SPs.
Fubuki. Okay, so this is where we have a chance of SPs. Can we do better than the last one? That becomes an SP. Yeah, so like you said, it's pretty much all the ultimate, like the mission looking where it's like, have the possibility of coming in SP. Oh, nothing in this one either. Pretty much the only thing on my mind is that it's SEO light. It's pretty much what SEO did for years, condensed into a trial deck, but with some spicier cards included.
So my first concern for this deck is that you have 8 bars, so you constantly are getting climaxes into your hand.
Yeah.
And I guess you have this assist that can help you with getting them out of your hand again, so you can refresh with them.
Yeah, this is actually a very solid inclusion. But you can also drop them off of the climax combo, I'd say.
Yeah.
And you can drop 2 off of the bonder.
Wait, can you bond to both with the same on play?
No, I don't think so. I think you can only choose one.
Yeah, oh, but it has the other ability, right?
Yeah, so it has 2. You can discard 2 climaxes off of this card, either using the first effect or the second effect, which is pretty solid. But other than that,
Yeah, overall I think that this deck should be pretty solid, especially in a trial deck format only. Like versus other trial decks, they won't be compressing as much as like competitive decks would.
yeah.
So burning 4 is always like ridiculously scary. And also this thing is also like, what do you do against that?
Yeah, so this just being a straight up field wipe it can hurt a lot of decks actually.
And also just having access to pay 2, discard 2, burn 2. Wait, burn 2, right? Yeah,
Pay
burn
2,
2.
ditch 2, burn 2, yeah.
That's just a really strong effect, especially in a trial deck format.
And you can actually use that without her being solo. So you can still use that as a finisher.
Yeah.
You know, I think the level 0 lineup might be a bit weak in this deck though.
Yeah. It only really has the 4K oversize.
This one, and you can't really feel too much with this card since if you have more than 2 stocks, she loses the power.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's also...
It does have a Riki.
Does it?
Yeah, right.
Oh, right, yeah, so this is also a way.
So-
So unlike the first trial deck, this one doesn't actually have a way of grabbing the event.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad since that's a really good event for a trial deck.
So just buy another trial deck and get more events, right?
And just run 4.
Just run 4.
And then yeah, just the last shot healer. Pretty solid. Yeah, and then having like the alternate climax combo. Oh, especially with so many bars. Just keep resolving this is pretty solid.
Yeah, you can constantly put soul pressure on your opponent, so...
And then you keep gaining stock as well, assuming you can reverse. And I think you can with like 11, 12k attacker. So not that bad. Not that bad at all. I think that was it for this deck. Stick around, I guess, and I'll see you guys next time.
I was just looking up the other one, and it doesn't quite fit in the art. I'm not sure where it's supposed to be.
Is there a different one where she's like tilted a bit?
Not really, no.